Spanish explorers first brought sheep to the Colorado Plateau in the 1500s, and sheep grazing in the West has been a historic and important land use since the mid to late 1800s. Sheep grazing has been in existence long before the establishment of the U.S. Forest Service and the Department of Interior's Bureau of Land Management. Many western range sheep operations have been in the same family for several generations and were often started by family members that immigrated to the United States to homestead or to herd sheep. These family ranchers have oftentimes worked as sheep herders themselves and still work alongside their herders throughout the year to complete many labor-intensive chores such as shearing, lambing, trailing, and shipping.
My granddad came here in 1928 and when my dad was 10 years old, so we've been on this ranch, and I've got a grandson here. So we got like 5 generations going here with us.
When I was 8 years old, I would trail sheep with my dad and the sheep herders for 14 days. And some people might say that's child abuse, but you know, getting up at 3:30 in the morning as an 8-year-old boy and learning how to saddle your horse and move sheep, it was just part of our heritage.
My dad, before he turned over the reins, told us, that we needed to, herd sheep ourselves in order to, figure out how it was done and how, because if we didn't know how to do it, we wouldn't be able to explain to somebody else how to do it.
Sheep have no natural defenses and need to be protected from predator attacks at all times. That's why shepherds are necessary and have been so since biblical times. Livestock grazing operations have historically evolved on our expansive western rangelands, with both cattle and sheep ranchers grazing their animals in the high mountain meadows in the summer and moving livestock down to lower elevations in the winter. Proper rotational grazing typically enhances forage production. In order to maintain effective, sustainable grazing patterns, sheep are moved frequently, every day or every several days, to new forage. Because available forage dictates grazing patterns, sheep herders usually work in remote areas. This has been typical of the livestock industry for over 100 years.
This is a job that no one in the United States wants to do. There are so many jobs in the United States that, because of our culture today, we don't have Americans that either are qualified or want to do the job. We try to hire U.S. workers, but the problem is there's no one that wants to work here. There's no one that wants to be alone with sheep 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're so used to their 8 to 5 jobs. They get off at 5 and go home, watch TV, have a beer.
The lack of an American workforce willing to fill jobs in agriculture had led to establishment of the Department of Labor's H-2A guest worker program. The H-2A program provides a legal conduit for foreign workers to enter the United States on a contract basis to fill jobs that are unwanted by American workers.